So until yesterday, I'd never heard the term white Hispanic. But now, for the first time, the New York Times is describing this George Zimmerman, 28, who shot the black teenager, is describing George Zimmerman as a white Hispanic. So a search of the New York Times website, which goes back to 1851, couldn't come up with any other examples of anyone else being called, an individual being called a white Hispanic. And if you look at a picture of this George Zimmerman guy, he does not look white. You might as well say the president is a white black, says Dennis Prager on his radio show today. So why is George Zimmerman called a white Hispanic? Because if he's only Hispanic, it takes away the leftist point that whites are racist. And everything the New York Times reports has an agenda. It's not white racism, the story is of no interest. It's just another sad, tragic shooting. So when 7 white co-workers are shot and murdered by a black at a beer plant, are there any demonstrations? No. What did the left-wing media, the New York Times, write? That the shooter was a victim of white racism. So a couple of days ago, there were 2 black teens in Kansas City who set a white boy on fire. This is barely reported. Are there going to be any marches over this? No. So why are there going to be marches over this black teenager in Florida? So the day the left acknowledges and black America acknowledges that the United States is the least racist country on planet Earth, it ends the victim ideology that keeps so many people voting Democrat. It's a pillar of leftism that America is a racist country and that the average white is a bigot. It's not true, but that's the left-wing view. So when a black is killed, it's because of white racism, even if the person who killed him isn't white. That's how the news is delivered when there is interracial violence, of which there is very little in the direction of whites on blacks.